Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Y'all keep talking. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. I just wanted to have a couple of quick notes. We're going to start in about 7 or 8 minutes. I just wanted to take a moment to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Welcome to the Teacher of the Year and to all of our Teachers of the Year. Congratulations. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate you coming out to support every one of you. The two notes I want to make real quick is to Kathy Nixon or her staff who set this room up and gotten everything ready for us. Thank you as always for what you've done. We appreciate it. And especially, I just want to thank the ladies of the Noonan Pilot Club. They have been doing this and putting the reception on that you've enjoyed in the back of the room for several years. You make it special for us. It's delicious. And you make this feel like the homecoming that it usually is. So thank you, Pilot Club, for doing what you've done tonight. We are still not going to start for about just another 5 or 6 minutes, but I just want to call on one person that we've called on for many, many years to add an element of this, Dr. Mark Guy. If you could come forward, Dr. Guy, and give us a word of benediction before we begin, or before we end our reception, maybe is the way to put it.
I won't really do a benediction, but we're going to have a brief invocation. So if you would, let us bow our heads. And may we pray silently together, each one of us according to our individual beliefs. Let us be thankful for this day and this celebration in which we recognize and we honor our teachers of the year. Let us offer thanks for the food and the blessings of friendship and fellowship around us. Let us be thankful for the Pilot Club and their continuous work and support of public education in this community. May they always be a source of hope and enlightenment for our school system. Let us give gratitude for the grand opportunity to serve the children of Coweta County. Let us remember those who have passed before us, yet provided us with the skills, the wisdom, and the passion to do the work that we do. Let us possess the feelings of love, kindness, and positive spirit, and may those characteristics be reflected in our actions as educators and citizens of this great community. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
One very last note, and we'll start in about 5 minutes. If you look at the back, principals and teachers of the year, if you look at the back of your program, when we honor the Teachers of the Year, we're going to have Miss Sandlin, Jennifer Sandlin, our 2024 Teacher of the Year, speak close to the beginning of our program. And then right after that, Mr. DeBose is going to ask everybody who are Teachers of the Year and their principals or escorts to please join him over here on the left side of the auditorium. You can line up as you see that name and school appear on the back of the program. And that's what we'll do. And then he'll call you forward one at a time as we recognize and greet our Teachers of the Year. But we will start that in about 3 or 4 minutes, so thank you very much again for being here tonight.
Good evening. Try it again now that everybody's a little quieter. We got the picture done. So, good evening. On behalf of the Coweta County Board of Education, I want to welcome you to the 2025 Coweta County Teacher of the Year program. I am Buzz Glover, Chairman of the Board of Education. We are here tonight to honor you, the outstanding educators who have been chosen by your peers in recognition of your exemplary teaching. Each of you represent the very best and highest of the teaching profession here in Coweta County. It is a pleasure each year for the Board of Education to host this event and to celebrate the excellence of our school system teaching faculty. It is my pleasure to introduce my fellow board members of the Coweta County Board of Education, members on stage with me, including Vice Chairman Rob DuBose, Mr. Andrew Copeland, Ms. Beth Barnett, Mr. Frank Farmer, Ms. Amy Dees, and Mr. Larry Robertson. Each of us, aside from being school board members, also have personal connections to the school system. We are parents of students, including here, grandparents, future grandparents of future students. You can see Amy over there. So former students ourselves, and we all have family members with deep ties to the schools as well. We know personally that so much of the success of the children in our community and their families and our whole community depend on what you do each and every day, and we deeply appreciate it. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. I congratulate each of our 33 Teachers of the Year, and I thank you for being here tonight. I also want to thank the Nixon Center for Performing and Visual Arts, Ms. Kathy Nixon, the center staff for hosting tonight's event, and as you know, it's always perfect. Thank you, Ms. Kathy. I want to give special thanks to the Noonan Pilot Club. The Pilot Club has co-sponsored this event for many years and has hosted the reception that we all enjoyed before tonight's event. Our Board of Education appreciates the Noonan Pilot Club members for their long-standing support of our Teacher of the Year program and their support of the Coweta County school system, our teachers, and our students. I also want to welcome Superintendent Dr. Evan Horton, see on the front row, short-timer Dr. Mark Guy, back in the corner, and our school system's 2024 Coweta County Teacher of the Year, Ms. Jennifer Sadlin of East Coweta High School. I will now turn the program over to our Master of Ceremonies, Board Vice Chair Rob Dubose, to recognize our 2025 Teachers of the Year.
Good evening, and welcome again to our 2025 Teacher of the Year, their families, principals, and other guests. And thank you once again to the Pilot Club of Noonan for the wonderful reception they have provided us for this evening and their longstanding support of this program. I'd like to call on Kate Caswell from the Noonan Pilot Club to say a few words.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Kate Caswell, and I'm the president of the Pilot Club of Noonan. We would like to welcome everyone this evening. I hope you and your families had a chance to enjoy some of the food in the back of the room. This event is one of our favorites and to host every year, and we look forward to it every year as well. The Pilot Club of Noonan is a nonprofit service organization. Our mission is to influence positive change in our community, and part of that mission is supporting those who care for others. I think teachers are the perfect example of caregivers. You love, nurture, and care for our children every day. Congratulations to all of the teachers being honored here tonight.
And now, before we recognize our Teachers of the Year this evening, it's my pleasure to call on our 2024 Coweta County Teacher of the Year and our 2025 state nominee, Ms. Jennifer Sadlin of East Coweta High School.
Good evening. I want you to think back to a moment in your life as a young person. I believe everyone has a moment that has stuck with them. A moment when an adult said something positive to you that you never forgot. What we say matters. When I was in 5th grade, we had a project where we had to interview someone in a career we were interested in pursuing. Since I was maybe interested in teaching, it was only natural that I chose my 5th grade teacher, Miss Cargill. I remember dressing up that day, preparing my list of questions. While my classmates went to PE class, Miss Cargill and I sat together at her desk. Looking back, I realize now she was taking time out of her precious planning period to speak especially with me. I took a deep breath and asked her the burning question at the top of my list. As a teacher, how much money do you make, and is it even worth it? Oh my, But without skipping a beat, Ms. Cargill kindly steered us away from that question, saying we'll circle back to that later. And she told me all the things she loved about being an educator. She did this for 20 minutes. I sat there in awe as her face lit up, telling me about her students from the past and how she still keeps in touch with many and loves to see their lives and families and how they're changing our world. We never did get around to circling back to my first question. In the end, she said, I think we need some more good teachers, and I think that you might make a good one. I was 11 years old, but her encouragement put me on this path, and I still remember her comment 30 years later. What we say matters. What we do matters. As I sat down last week to read over some of our Teacher of the Year submissions, I was blown away with the amazing things that are going on inside of Coweta County's classrooms. Here are just a few of those. From elementary school teachers creating simulations of the Oregon Trail to teach their students strategy and forward-thinking skills, to high school coaches who demonstrate daily that there is no failure, only growth opportunities. From special education teachers who aid our profoundly special needs students in making sure they're included and valued in their school programs, to middle school science teachers who are literally making magic happen in their classrooms. But what you do doesn't stop there. From helping our students deal with their emotions and social situations, to helping families in our community struck by tragedy, to organizing events to bring families together, Coweta County is full of educators who genuinely care about our students and families. The unfortunate truth is that Georgia has seen its mental health crisis grow exponentially in recent years. Our schools are a microcosm of our societies, and our society is still reeling from the disconnect and trauma that took place during the pandemic years. We educators are well aware of the mental health emergency we're experiencing, but I feel that our community as a whole needs to see it as the crisis it is. We must be the sounding board on the mental health crisis we're seeing. There's rarely a semester that teachers don't have students suffering from crippling anxiety or depression or other mental health situations. We also see the suffering of families in our community due to this expanding issue, and we see the toll it takes on our young students. But this is not just an issue for our youth. Teachers are increasingly dealing with anxiety and depression themselves, as they often take on the many different roles that are necessary for them to perform in our schools. There is a heavy emotional burden that is part of this job, and it's one of the reasons we see declining teacher retention rates across the nation. I think there's quite a bit of apprehension in the educator field right now as we look forward and try to anticipate what education will look like in the coming years. So much has changed so quickly in the digital world, and teachers are not only expected to keep up with those changes, we're expected to be experts in all the things, the apps, the games, the online tools. I recently attended a teacher conference telling me all the ways that AI can make my teaching life easier. I'm sure it will, once I figure out how to use it. After the conference, I came back to my classroom rejuvenated and excited to try out some of the new tools I'd learned. I ran my history students' essays through ChatGPT to give me a break from hand grading them. To my surprise, not even a single essay came back with less than a full-blown A. That's when I decided I'd better not use ChatGPT to write this speech. There is no replacement for our teachers. So often I look back in awe at how quickly we've moved from overhead projectors to student Chromebooks and Google Classroom. It's such a crazy and exciting time to be teaching. What we believe about ourselves matters. Sometimes it's easy to get discouraged as an educator. Public educators have sometimes become a punching bag for other tensions going on in society. You can read it in the comments on social media, although I don't suggest it. Often, we're accused unfairly of being props of one political extreme group or the other. As a teacher of history, I remind you that this is not a new phenomenon in society. The pendulum of opinions about educators swings back and forth throughout history. Our community needs to be continually reminded that regardless of our political leanings, our religious faith, our economic differences, Teachers and parents are ultimately on the same side, the side of our students and our future. We need to continue believing that we are resilient. For weeks, the word resilient has replayed in my mind. Coweta County teachers were resilient as they confronted online teaching during COVID, many of whom, like myself, had no previous knowledge of using Google Meets, but we made it work. Then we were resilient in the transition back to hybrid learning, following new hygiene rules and walking patterns in schools, all while continuing to grow Coweta County's graduation rate to the highest it's been. And perhaps in seeing our resilience, we will give hope and purpose to a new generation of educators to come. In closing, what we say matters. I challenge you to encourage one student this year on the path to becoming an educator. That might be just the encouragement that they need. What we do matters. Keep striving to find ways to reach all of our students, whatever capacity they need us, but also stay cognizant of your own mental health and the mental health of your fellow teachers. I challenge you to check in on your colleagues personally and share the emotional highs and lows of teaching. And what we believe about ourselves matters. One of my favorite quotes reminds me that so much of how we feel relies on our reaction to any circumstances we find ourselves in. The quote goes, "She stood in the storm, and when the wind did not blow her way, she simply adjusted her sails." I challenge you to have the resilience to adjust your sails, but stay the course. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sandlin. I now ask the teachers of the year from each of our schools to come forward with their principals so that the Board of Education can recognize and congratulate each one of you. Please come forward to my left. Each year, certified classroom teachers at every Coweta County school chooses one of their peers to represent them as Teachers of the Year. From these school Teachers of the Year, 3 finalists are chosen by independent review from previous Teachers of the Year. Of these three finalists, one will be chosen as the Coweta County Teacher of the Year. The teachers that we have the privilege of honoring tonight have been selected by their fellow classroom teachers. They have been chosen as examples of excellence in the teaching profession. I want to thank each of you. I want each of you to know that the Coweta County Board of Education members value the work that you and your colleagues do each day, that we value your profession, and value the service and dedication that you give to our community's young people. I ask my fellow board members, Ms. Sandlin, Superintendent Horton, Assistant Superintendent Guy, to come forward. Thank you. And honor the teachers as they are introduced. I'll ask the teachers to come forward when I call your name. Our first honoree is Carrie Dumm, 5th grade from Arbor Springs Elementary. Kathy Brown, music, Arnco Sargent Elementary. Holly Pelly, 5th grade literature and social studies, Atkinson Elementary. Miranda Campbell, 1st grade, Brooks Elementary. Melissa Baker, 1st grade, Canongate Elementary. Michelle Petty, 5th grade, Eastside Elementary. Molly Bryan, 4th grade, Elm Street Elementary. Shelley Crittenden, 3rd grade math, Glanton Elementary. Barbara Chambers, MTSS Intervention, Jefferson Parkway Elementary. Ashley Lynch, 1st grade, Moreland Elementary. Tiffany Boswell, 2nd grade, Noonan Crossing Elementary. Natalie Springfield, Special Education, Northside Elementary. Cassie Yates, 3rd grade, Poplar Road Elementary. Carrie Jeter, 2nd grade, Ruth Hill Elementary. Heather Thomas, speech pathologist, Thomas Crossroads Elementary. Jody Pope, 5th grade, Welch Elementary. Nessa McClure, 4th grade, Western Elementary. Debbie Krauth, 1st grade, White Oak Elementary. Lindsay Sprayberry, 3rd grade, Willis Road Elementary. Johanna Wessels, 7th grade, Arnold Middle. Katie Burns, 6th grade, Blake Bass Middle. Wesley Suchler, 8th grade science, East Coweta Middle. Amanda Stripling, 8th grade science, Evans Middle. Adriana Cantwell, English, Language Arts, and ESOL, Lead Middle. Andrea Kipp, 6th grade English Language Arts, Madras Middle. Jean Nicolo, 7th grade science, Smoky Road Middle. Gordon Calloway, English Language Arts, Maggie Brown Middle. Rebecca Moody, Science, East Coweta High. Daniel Burdette, Health and Physical Education, Noonan High School. Robin Ridgway, Special Education ISC, Northgate High. Jennifer Moritz, 8th grade science, the Central Education Center. Starla Holt, English Language Arts, Winston Dowdle Academy. Corey Staples, K through 8th Health and Physical Education, Empower Online. Okay, yep, we're good. Once our Teachers of the Year are chosen by their peers, they submit applications covering their professional development, philosophy of education, and how they will represent their profession as the Georgia Teacher of the Year. Our previous year's Teacher of the Year review their applications and choose 3 finalists. It is now my pleasure to call their principals forward to introduce our 2025 Teacher of the Year finalists. Our first finalist is Ashley Lynch of Moreland Elementary School, introduced by her principal, Melanie Perry.
Well, good evening. I am so excited. This is my favorite night of the year. It's thrilling to celebrate these 33 educators that were nominated by their peers and supported and encouraged by their loving families to shine bright as they teach and inspire and grow the students of Coweta. I'm honored to introduce our Moreland Teacher of the Year, Ashley Lynch, who's a product of Coweta County School System, having graduated from Northgate High School. She is in her 14th year at Moreland with 4 years in pre-K, 10 years currently in first grade. Is it dinging? I don't know if it's that or my hearing aids. Okay. But Ashley began her career at Moreland as a University of West Georgia student intern. She was hired after the following year, and during her time at Moreland, she has made significant contributions, including starting our Junior Beta Club, serving on the school council, the Gifted Committee, leading our first grade team as a grade chair, participating on Coweta effectiveness teams, mentoring new teachers. But this year, she's played a crucial role in leading our staff in professional learning on new curriculum resources such as HMH and Progress Learning. Additionally, Ashley serves as our school's ELA ambassador and was selected to join the district's launch team, where she assists teachers with HMH, understands the new standards, and assists with the redesign of the first grade curriculum maps and assessment guides. Professional learning is very important to Ashley. She's currently working on her ESOL endorsement and letters training. She continues her learning journey through the summer, attending workshops and events with organizations like Georgia Council of Economics and Education, EMC, and Coweta Water Effectiveness Team. Now let me really tell you why Ashley is Moreland's Teacher of the Year. In her 14 years, we rarely have a student that cries about going to Miss Lynch's class. Her positive energy, her excitement for learning keeps the kids coming back for more. Ashley connects her lessons to students' lives both inside and outside the classroom, which greatly enhances students' participation and engagement. For example, in January, her classroom was transformed into a winter wonderland. She had twinkling lights strung from the ceiling, blue streamers, snowflakes, sparkling tinsel. Students were engaged in a paper snow fight while matching phonics patterns around the room. With the winter theme, Ms. Lynch discussed states of matter and made snow with instant snow powder. The students even practiced Orton Gillingham phonics with snow instead of sand in their trays. The class enjoyed reading The Mitten, and the students acted animal characters during Reader's Theater. The magic continued as students researched animals, writing expository essays on their findings, and incorporating math with a snowman snack glyph, discussing shapes and adjectives before enjoying their creation. Ms. Lynch's creativity and thoughtful approach ensures that every learner excels, regardless of their starting point. She goes above and beyond to develop lasting relationships with her students and families, attending sporting events, recitals, birthday parties, and baptisms. Every student feels her genuine love and support, both in first grade and beyond. Dr. Guy shared a quote at our March principals meeting. He said, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Ms. Lynch, the 308 students who've had the privilege of being in your classroom will never forget how you made them feel. Congratulations, Ashley Lynch, a remarkable educator and truly embodies the spirit of teaching.
Our second finalist this evening is Jean Nicolo of Smoky Road Middle School, introduced by her principal, David Dement.
You need these notes back? Good evening. I would like to introduce you, Ms. Jean Nicolo, 7th grade science teacher at Smoky Road. I want to give you a little bit of background information because I think she has a very interesting background, a career in education. First of all, she received her Bachelor of Arts in Education at Concordia University, Ann Arbor, Michigan. All right? After graduation, she said it was cold in Michigan, and she went to teach at St. Matthew's Lutheran School in Miami, Florida. Drastic change, graduation from Michigan to Miami. Then, down in Miami for a few years, we'll get to that shortly, then decided she wanted to try to go back into the cold again and went to Illinois to teach at Rockford Lutheran School. She got tired of the cold after a few years there, returned to Miami again to teach at John F. Kennedy Middle School. And in 2020, she goes, I'm going north again, just not that far north. I'm going to Noonan, Georgia, at Smoky Road Middle School. 4 schools right after graduation. This is her 37th year teaching. I think that deserves a round of applause. So from all those spots, from states to states, from areas, there was never a gap or a break in that teaching. She continued. She's still teaching after 37 years with passion and dedication. I want to first talk about my first interaction with Miss Nicolo. It might not have been first, it could have been second, it was early. It was my first year smoking, it was summertime. It's July, and my assistant principal and I are working on master schedule. Really, it was my assistant principal working on it, I was just getting in the way. I had a lot of questions, but if you haven't, it is tough. In the middle, I've reached out to other middle school principals during this time. But you have to make a lot of changes. You look at staff, you look at numbers. We have to move people from grade level or content levels. And I noticed we had to move Miss Nicolo from the 8th grade to the 7th grade science position. Not knowing Mrs. Nicolo, I wasn't sure how she would take it. We all understand that change can be difficult. However, I got a good sense after I informed her, hey, we got to move you. We're taking you from 8th grade to 7th grade. And she responded simply, I figured this could happen. I look forward to teaching life science. Very simple. That moment I was like, man, I like this teacher. She goes, the only question I have is, do you know what classroom I will be in? Well, you just choose. You can have any classroom you want. I don't care. Go pick one. But this type of professionalism, willingness to do whatever it takes for the benefit of students and the school would continue. At one point, I contacted Ms. Nicolo and informed her we're partnering with a PTO, Keep Noonan Beautiful, and the Niagara Bottling Company to have 6 garden beds installed, and asked if she would be the contact person. And also, while you're at it, oversee the planting and maintaining the gardens. Her response, yes, happy to help, exclamation point. It's how she always responds. After 37 years, she's dedicated, she's willing. There are times you don't have to ask. There are times she just does. There are times you don't need to ask Ms. Nicolo for a favor or she can help something for you or the school. She's ahead of you. She's on it. For instance, we had happens in school, we have a substitute cover a class for an extended period of time. Thankfully, we have Ms. Nicolo. After teaching her students, she would get coverage. Hey, watch my kids, I gave them the lesson. Now, I'm gonna run down to the other kids where the sub is, I'm gonna teach those students, make sure they have the resources they need, and I'm gonna give them the lesson. And she would do this multiple times throughout the time. She did this on many occasions. No one needed to ask her. She saw the need and acted. Ms. Nicolo does so much for the students and staff at Smoky Road. She leads professional learning sessions, mentors new teachers, serves as a team lead, provides students with learning experiences outside the classroom. She organizes field trips to the Georgia Aquarium, floating classroom at West Point Lake, and events at the Nixon Center. She provides students with innovating learning opportunities, Growing Beyond Earth, NASA research project. She uses songs and music in the classroom to engage students and to help them retain information. She also doesn't mind getting on the dance floor and having a little fun at the 7th grade dance. I think she learned those moves in Miami. During her time at Smoky, she has imparted knowledge and the love of learning. Her teaching methods provide students with hands-on, real-life learning experiences. She inspires students to wonder and think. Ms. Nicolo, thank you for 37 years of teaching, the passion, dedication, and commitment to students and the Smoky Road community. You truly deserve this recognition as a finalist. I am honored to be on this stage with you. We are proud of you. We are thankful that Mrs. Jean Nicolo found her way to Noonan, Georgia, and became a Smoky Road Wildcat. Thank you.
And our third finalist tonight is Lindsay Sprayberry of Smoky Road Middle School, introduced by her principal. Excuse me, I just skipped a. My eyes are, I need your glasses over there. Third finalist tonight is Lindsay Sprayberry of Willis Road Elementary, introduced by Principal Randy Robbins.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Randy Robbins. I am honored to introduce my Teacher of the Year for Willis Road Elementary, Miss Lindsay Sprayberry. This past school year, I had the honor of meeting Mrs. Sprayberry. She was one of the first staff members that I met from Willis Road, and I had just gotten a job in elementary coming from Noonan High School. We were both out at a local restaurant. It's called Redneck Gourmet, and we were downstairs. And she said to me, "Are you ready for all of us? Because we're a lot." And that was my initiation to Willis Road. And she was exactly right. They are a lot, but in a very good way. They have a lot of love for kids, a lot of high expectations, and a lot of passion. Miss Sprayberry is a lot as well. She has a lot of heart, she has a lot of passion, and a lot of know-how in the classroom. She leads the pack when it comes to all three of these important components of great teaching. She loves her students, and they love her in return. In fact, I sat down with several of them at lunch today and asked them for words to describe Miss Sprayberry. They said awesome, kind, smart, a bundle of energy, very pretty, and a rockin', rollin', amazing teacher. They get an A. Another young man noted she really knows how to teach her students. One of my favorite qualities of Miss Sprayberry is the care that she shows for every one of her students. She is a mother hen who will stop at nothing to care for her class. She teaches them with rigor because she knows what they need to know. She protects them because she knows what they need to be great people. She inspires them because she knows the amazing potential that each of them possess. As they say, iron sharpens iron. Miss Sprayberry surrounds herself with other great teachers who are legends in their own right, just as she is. She stands out amongst them and represents Willis Road Elementary to the fullest. As a first-year principal who is brand new to elementary school and the elementary world, Miss Sprayberry has been instrumental in teaching me what elementary is all about. From curriculum to discipline, she is a true model of how to approach third grade education and elementary in general. It is a comfort to me to know that I have her leadership and example on campus. It is an honor to serve as her principal. So thank you, Ms. Sprayberry, for all you mean to me and the students and staff at Willis Road Elementary. You are very deserving of this great honor, and possibly, I'm sorry, Mr. Sprayberry, a mini cow. Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, thank you, and congratulations to all three of our finalists. Finally, once we've reached this stage and we've gotten it down to three, a panel of experienced educators observes and interviews our three finalists, and then they choose the Coweta County Teacher of the Year. This year, the Teacher of the Year will not only represent the Coweta County school system, but will also serve as our county's nominee for the Georgia Teacher of the Year next year. And now, it is my pleasure to announce the 2025 Coweta County Teacher of the Year is Ashley Lynch of Moreland Elementary. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. I'm glad this dress has pockets. Ladies, you understand. So I could put this in here. All right, first off, thank you so much. I, of course, am so honored and blessed to have received this title. I was already elated just to be the Moreland Elementary Teacher of the Year, and then when I was told that I was a finalist, one of the three finalists, I was like, are you sure? Like, I had to go back and reread it a few times, because while I am confident in my abilities as an educator, there's so many amazing teachers, you know, everywhere, especially the two ladies that were the other finalists. I know them both personally. They're amazing. If we can give them another round of applause. As well as the other 30 Teacher of the Years out here, and everybody that I work with every day. Everybody deserves this title. Coweta County schools are truly a special place. I grew up here. I wouldn't be up here on the stage if it weren't for all the Coweta teachers who poured into my life from kindergarten through 12th grade as a student. I see a bunch of them out here now as colleagues, and as I just mentioned to Dr. Horton, he was one of my driver's ed teachers. And I haven't had any accidents recently, so he did a good job. But all those teachers poured into me, creating core memories and impactful relationships that grew my passion for learning, which then embodied me with my desire to teach. Many of these teachers have now become my colleagues, mentors, and friends over the last 14 years, especially my first grade team, and as well as all the other teachers that my own children have had. So it's made it a full circle experience for me since they're growing up in Coweta schools as well. My school, Moreland Elementary, truly is a family. Everybody says that, but ours really is. My coworkers are always there for me, whether they're there as a friend, a shoulder if I need a vent session, or just a collaborator to work with me and co-teach. Under the guidance of Ms. Perry, Dr. Barnett, and Ms. Veal, we always have unwavering support and encouragement for all of our crazy ideas and shenanigans. And my sweet students, of course, are my driving force behind my passion for teaching. Their families are always incredibly supportive as well. I love that I get to spend my days with smiling 6- and 7-year-olds who eventually turn into middle and high schoolers who are taller than me, but they still make sure to stop by and say hello and give me a hug whenever we cross paths. Finally, I must express a huge appreciation to my family. My two amazing daughters, they enjoy volunteering their time to help me in my classroom whenever they can. They don't ever complain when I drag them to student events because I usually have to, take them somewhere after. So they enjoy that as well. I have to thank my proud and supportive mother who always helps me with anything I need, including childcare, so that I can go to all this overnight professional developments in the summer. And I have to thank my late father who instilled a strong work ethic in me, and I know that he's looking down on me proud today. Thank you so much for your support.
Congratulations again to our 2025 Coweta County Teacher of the Year, to each of our finalists, and to all of our school Teachers of the Year. Thank you for serving our students here in Coweta County. And as we conclude the 2025 program, I'd like to call on the former driver's ed teacher and current school superintendent, Dr. Horton.
For the record, I also taught a little social studies and PE along the way. Wasn't just driver's ed. I'll get to that in a minute. First off, another round of applause for all of these awesome teachers. I'll be brief because I know I am the last thing standing between each of you and dinner tonight, so I'll go as quick as I possibly can. I want to first off thank our board members for being here, for your support. I know you guys know this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Those 7 people, they fight for you. They fight for this school district. This work is important to them. This community is important to them, and I just want to make sure to publicly acknowledge what they do behind the scenes for you each and every day. So thanks to you guys for what you do. Also want to make sure to mention Assistant Superintendents Dr. Karen Barker and Dr. Mark Guy. I don't know what it says about my leadership that they are both retiring this year. I'm not sure, but I appreciate both of you. You've trained me well. We've been through a lot together over the years, and I'm going to miss you. Just want to make sure to publicly say that. To Kathy, Nixon Center staff, somebody mentioned earlier, it's always perfect. I'm sure she's hiding behind a curtain back there. But thank you so much for what you guys do to get this thing ready, this beautiful facility ready for all the wonderful events that we have here. To the Pilot Club, thank you for your support of this program year after year. We couldn't do it without you, and we appreciate you. To our principals and our district level staff, thank you for your support of the work that goes on in our classrooms each and every day. We're blessed in the school system to have great leaders who realize that you are the support behind these special people in this room. And to our Teachers of the Year, to your families, I want you to know that I know that when you do the job that these people do to the level that they do it, with the passion that they do it, I know it comes at a price. That price is often in the form of missed moments. It's often in the form of them being somewhere, but also being in another place because they're thinking about what they're going to do in that classroom tomorrow. Or they're thinking about that student that needs whatever help or support, be it mental health, be it help with instruction, curriculum, whatever it may be. And I know that comes at a cost to you. I just want you to know that we do understand that sacrifice, and I appreciate that sacrifice, and we'll never, ever take that for granted. To our Teachers of the Year, we laugh a little bit about the driver's ed example, but I think it's a good one. My driver's ed teacher was Harold Bigby. He taught me driver's ed way back in 1991. That gives you an idea of how old I am. I never forgot him. I never will. I think about something he taught me every single time I get behind the wheel of that car. There's a lot of power in that. It doesn't matter the field that you're in, the certification you have, the grade level you teach. Every day could be the day that you teach somebody something that they never forget and that they think about every single day. Or they could remember every single day the way you made them feel in that moment. So don't forget the power in that. I'll close with this. And Jen mentioned it earlier, and you represented us well, and I appreciate you. Although you left out the part about who your favorite former principal was. But anyway, we'll talk about that. Public education sometimes is a punching bag. And Jen's right. That pendulum, it swings back and forth. If you look at the course of history, it goes this way and it goes that way. But public education operates at the tension of every single societal tension that there is. We're right in the middle of it. It's just the nature of the beast. It's part of it. But don't you ever let anybody tell you that the work's not worth it. Don't you ever let anybody devalue what you do every day. And let me tell you something out there, folks. These are only 33 of them. We got over 1,500 certified teachers, another 1,500 or so classified employees in this district, and each and every one of them, each and every day, brings something special to this work. And I challenge you, don't take my word for it. Come visit. Come see it for yourself. What is going on here is worth fighting for. When a person that was in our teacher pipeline as a student, somebody saw it enter, they put her in her teacher pipeline, and she becomes the first teacher pipeline student in Coweta County to become Teacher of the Year. Tells me we're doing something right. We're doing something right. And it tells me, as it tells these folks over here, that it's worth fighting for. And when I see our kids come back, and when I see our kids, our students, being productive members of this community, because they do grow up here and they do live here, it tells me we're doing something right. So the challenge is keep after it. You're doing great work. I appreciate each and every one of you. And you don't get here by accident. You are some of the best that we have. And I can't tell you congratulations and give you my appreciation enough. Each and every one of you, I hope you have a great night and look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a great night, everybody.